Okay, we're going to see if this works. I'm trying to make a video for you, not with my normal equipment, so we're using the iPhone. So hopefully this comes to you and you're able to view it, and I'm not too close or too far away or too high or too low. I wanted to put up just a quick little bit of information about your literature review. I see there's been a lot of questions on the Q&A boards for Christina, several questions for me via email, so I just want to take a few minutes to sort of clear up a few things. Your literature review, the assignment itself, is explained in some detail in the syllabus under the mini proposal. And that begins on page 6 of your syllabus, where it talks about the different aspects of the mini proposal. You're turning these in phases so that you're able to get feedback from me at each different phase. You are doing part 2, the review of the literature, first. The reason for that is because the introduction should be the last thing that you write, because you don't know what the so what take-home point is until you've reviewed the literature first. I've had other people ask me, should I already know my question? No, because if you already know your question and the answer, why would you be doing a literature search? So what you kind of have is more of a topic you're interested in. For example, I'm interested in child care quality levels and how that influences children's developmental outcomes. So that would be the topic that I would do a literature review on. And through reading the literature, I will come up with questions that still have not yet been answered. And those will make up my research questions for the study. So you can see that for this assignment, the literature review will be about 6 to 7 pages. For a thesis or a dissertation, it of course would be much longer, but this is a mini proposal, so it's a shorter abbreviated version. You're going to give a statement of the problem. For example, my child care quality topic. Who cares? Really, for lack of a better word, so what? Why do we care how child care quality influences developmental outcomes? You have to tell your reader why this is an important issue to discuss. So I might start by saying something like, quoting statistics about the number of children who are in non-parental care arrangements, the number of women in the labor force, the increases in children receiving non-parental care over the past few decades, and then how it's regulated, how we're not too sure, how states regulate the quality, and so we have varying quality levels from state to state. That's my problem. That's the issue. That's letting somebody know, here's why you should read what I'm exploring, because this information is important. It's going to be affecting a lot of children. Okay? And then you are going to tell the reader what research is already out there. What do we know? That's what the literature review does. It sort of takes your reader on a tour of what do we know about this topic. What is the current state of knowledge about this? And if you have already developed a hypothesis about something, or you have a biased view about how you think something should come out, that will be apparent in your literature review. You should avoid doing that. You want to present both sides fairly and objectively. Here's what we know about this topic that I've just introduced to you. This should not be a list of, this study found this study found this study found this study found this. It should be synthesized. So, Smith and Jones found this in their study of 214 children in a child care center in Wisconsin. Similarly, Johnson and Johnson found this contradicted the findings of such and such and so and so. Okay, so you're showing me not only what we know, but how it all fits together. You'll discuss context, if it's, where were these studies done? What kinds of studies were they, depending on your topic? Did you interview people, have them fill out a survey? Was it anonymous? Was it just confidential? Who were the participants? All that kind of stuff. You're also going to provide a theoretical framework that you feel is going to guide your study. So if I'm coming from a perspective of infant and toddler non-parental care, attachment theory is going to be very important to me, and I'm probably going to use that to sort of guide my discussion. Because here's attachment, we know why this is important. Here's how the attachment relationship might be altered because of this new type of care. So that, do you see where I'm going with that? I hope that's clear. And you're going to make sure that you're only including what's relevant. Okay, so I only want to know what I need to know for this topic. It's very tempting to go off here and there and everywhere because you get interested in it. But just focus, very streamlined. With 6 or 7 pages, you'd be surprised how quickly that gets used up. Keep it streamlined, logically related. Make yourself an outline. I keep doing this because what I often tell my students is that your literature review should look like a funnel. It should start broader and eventually narrow in until it brings me to your research questions. I should know from reading your literature review what your questions will be. If you sit there and go on and on and on about school-age care for 5 pages, and then your research questions are only about infants and toddlers, I'm going to want to know why you're not asking about school-agers. So the critique would be, take that out or add a question. So make sure that everything in your literature review funnels down so that your research questions make sense to your reader and we know what to expect. And same with your hypotheses. They should follow straight from the literature. It should be evident to me where you got that idea that this would be what would be happening in terms of a hypothesis for your research question. So that's the literature review. That's what's due this week. I will give detailed feedback, so it will probably take me a little while to grade them. And some of my advisees call it, let the bloodbath begin, because you open up the document and there's all this red writing. But it's because I want this to be good. When you turn in that mini proposal complete total at the end of the semester, I want this to be the best mini proposal you were able to accomplish. So you'll have my feedback on each of the phases, except for the introduction. So that's what you're doing for this, this literature review. Please let me know if you have any other questions. And I hope that helps, okay? So good luck to you.